Alright guys, so welcome to my tutorial once again. My name is Chibikim and today we'll be talking about the group by clause in SQL using SQL Server Management Studio. Today we're going to understand what the group by clause is and have a definition of some aggregate function. So from what we have in the screen, you see that it says that the group by clause divides a table into sets. This clause is most often combined with aggregate function. So now let's see from what we have in the slide, the tables we'll be working with. What we have by the left here is the table we're working with, and we have an output of a script that we're going to write in the tutorial for today. So let's see what the group by function, the group by clause is. But before we do that, let's see also see what aggregate functions are. Here we see that an aggregate function is in SQL performs calculation in multiple values and return a single value. So let's jump right into SQL Server Management Studio so that we'll have a good understanding of what this is. Now, what an aggregate function is for instance, if I say select sum salary, assuming I want to calculate all the values in this salary in the salary column, I will have to do doing this one by one. But with the sum aggregate function, I can do this, and I think we have an error here. Select sum salary from employee underscore salary, which is the table name. So so let's run this to see the output. So we see that this gives us a total number of the total of what we have, which is 40,800. And you can see that this place, the column name is empty. So we'll do an alias. An alias is a dummy or a pseudo column name we are going to give to this value. To do that, we'll say as, and I'll do this, I'll call this total salary. Let's run this now, and we'll see that it gives it a column name. Um, Select tar from salary, select some salary from employee. This will go before as salary from employee. So this gives us the salary column and it names it as the salary we did. So this is how the function work. If I want to find the maximum or the minimum salary, the highest earner, I can type the mean aggregate function, and this will give me the minimum, the lowest salary in my column as 1000. And if I type max, this will give me the maximum salary in my table. So I took time to explain what these the aggregate functions are, because we're going to use it to achieve what we see in this output, and also because of our definition of aggregate function here. See, this place says the group clause divide a table into set. This is most often combined with aggregate function, and that was why I took time to explain what an aggregate function is. So let's jump right into what the group by clause does for us. Now, assuming you see the table I have by the left hand side. Sorry about that. And we want to have we want to see the salary that the organization pays its employee per city by their cities. So this is the output. So let's write the script to get that output. First of all, let's see how it looks like if we select everything from the table. This is what we have now. So now to select that, we're going to say Select, I'll choose the city since I'm grouping by city. Come on, and I will say sum, which is an aggregate function, salary as salary from employee underscore salary, which is the table name. And then we'll now add the aggregate function. We'll now say group by city. So now if we run this code, now we'll see that it's now grouping by the city. So what the organization pays the staff in Abuja is 9,000, in Lagos a total of 11,800, and in Port Harcourt a total of 20,000. This is how the group by clause work. So it is used to group, and mind you, it works alongside with an aggregate function. If we decide to run the script without the group by, it will give us an error. That is because the function works with an aggregate function, as you can see in the output here. So another thing we can do as well, let's come back to what the output is. We can as well break it down by gender. If we want to break down the the salary by city and by gender, that is to say, in Abuja, you want to break down by what the male employee earn or what the female employee earns as well. We can as well do that. All we have to do is to add the multiple column. We can say gender here, which is a column, and over here we can group by gender. So we now see that this is now grouping it by gender, but it is a little bit scattered. So we have to do an order by. We talked about order by in our previous tutorial. So we're going to order by city to give this a proper arrangement. We now see that we now have Abuja. The female employees in Abuja is earns a total of 5,500. In the male, a total of 3,500. Same with Lagos and Port Harcourt as well. So this is how we group by multiple column and also the order by. We can as well group by gender, which we just did. Assuming we want to swap, we want to make the gender appear first and then the city appears uh, after the gender. All we need to do is we put the gender here and also gender. So this gives us a reverse. The gender comes before the city. So that is how it is. And we can further go on by breaking it by the total employee. The total employee. These are things we can do using the order by clause. So if we go to our second slide, we see that what we have here, we broke it down by the salary, and as well we can also do this by having it to take the total employees that we have in the total female employees we have in Abuja, the total female employees we have in 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 Lagos, and as well other cities. So that is where we could tag this grouping by multiple aggregates. You can group by multiple aggregate functions. So for us to do that, we can add to this, we'll add an aggregate function called count, count of star as total employee. And yeah, I think this will work if we execute this. We now see that it's now adding the total number of employees because we are grouping by this as well. So as you see in Abuja, we have a total number of four female employees. We have a total of two male employees and goes thus. So this is how it works with adding multiple aggregate function. This is we have so many things about work that works with the aggregate function. But in order not to make the tutorial too long, we're going to end this here and probably we'll talk more about aggregate function in another tutorial. But what we discussed about in this tutorial is the group by function, and it is used like we see in definition. The group by clause divides table into sets. This clause is most often combined with aggregate function that produce summary values of each of this set. Now remember that I'll always say in my tutorial that as a data analytics person, you really need a good skill of SQL because this is how you present your data. Using Power BI, you can extract all these from an SQL server and so many data source. So we'll call it a day here from this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.